There's a late-breaking update concerning Roman Reigns' current condition, and unfortunately, it's not good. Roman Reigns tested positive for COVID just prior to the Day 1 pay-per-view. He was unable to compete against Brock Lesnar, and he has been out of action ever since. But brand new details about what is currently going on with Roman Reigns have been leaked. Roman Reigns was hospitalized after testing positive as a precaution because he had suffered leukemia in the past and he has a weakened immune system. According to reports, he has now been released from the hospital, and earlier today he took another test and he tested negative, and he is no longer sick. But according to the report, he is feeling severe after effects of COVID, and he has shortness of breath. He can only take a few steps before getting very winded, and he has to sit down, and he does not feel healthy even though he tested negative earlier today. Now, what this means is because he is no longer sick, meaning he didn't test positive, he tested negative. However, he doesn't feel well yet. Now that WWE has the information that he no longer is contagious, they are now trying to get Roman Reigns back on TV, and they want him to appear on SmackDown as soon as possible. And according to rumors, Roman Reigns has told WWE that he just doesn't feel well enough to make an appearance on SmackDown and get back to work. However, WWE has said, we know that you aren't feeling 100% yet. We're willing to make sacrifices, and maybe we can make this into a storyline. And one of the things that they have pitched to Roman, why don't you make your return to the show in a wheelchair? And this way, you won't get winded, you don't have to walk and have shortness of breath, and you can sit the whole time. We'll just make it part of the storyline, and it will be riveting television. And Roman liked the idea because he does want to get back to work. He feels like he doesn't want to break the momentum of all the things that are going on TV involving his storyline. So he has said yes to WWE to returning, because all WWE cares about, they care about Roman's health, but what they care about is they want to make sure he doesn't have the illness still, and that he's not contagious, and that he tested negative. And all those things are true. He's gotten a clear bill of health. Unfortunately, he's still feeling some of the after effects, but he can still work. But it'll just have to be done in a way that doesn't make his condition worse. So on an upcoming episode of SmackDown, Roman Reigns will make his return. He will show up in a wheelchair, and he will basically tell fans what happened, and he will tell the truth that, you know what, I'm confined to a wheelchair for the time being, but one day I'm going to get up out of this wheelchair, and I'm going to prove that I am truly the tribal chief, and I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that I am the best in the business. There is unfortunate news concerning Roman Reigns and his Universal title. So here's what we know right now. Brock Lesnar has made it known that he is still going to show up on SmackDown to try and confront Roman Reigns and take his Universal title. Of course, Brock had his sights set on becoming the Universal Champion at Day 1, but of course, Roman Reigns was unable to compete, so Brock was moved to the Fatal 4-Way match, and it became a Fatal 5-Way match, and Brock won the match and became the WWE Champion. And many fans thought, okay, now he's not going to feud with Roman Reigns anymore, he's going to stay on Raw. Well, we got a big surprise when Brock said he was coming to SmackDown, and he was going to be looking for Roman Reigns. So right now, the plan is for Brock to not only appear on Monday Night Raw and be the WWE Champion, but he's also going to show up on SmackDown SmackDown as he eyes becoming the Universal Champion as well. And there's breaking news about his future with the Universal Championship. Here's what we know right now. So once Roman Reigns returns to SmackDown, WWE officials will tell Roman Reigns that he must defend the Universal title on that same episode that he returns on, or else he will have to vacate the title. And a match will be made on that episode of SmackDown between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. WWE officials will tell Roman Reigns that if you don't wrestle against Brock Lesnar, you will forfeit the Universal title and you'll lose the match. And Brock Lesnar will be declared the winner of the match, and he will become the new Universal Champion. And reportedly, Roman Reigns will not show up for the match, and Roman Reigns will forfeit the title and will be declared the loser of the match, and Brock Lesnar will be declared the victor, and he will be handed the Universal title as Brock Lesnar becomes the double champion. He'll be the WWE Champion and the Universal Champion. And they're doing this because right now, WWE, they are desperate for TV ratings. Their ratings have been down, and they're getting pressure from the networks, both USA and Fox, to get the ratings up. Luckily, the Raw rating went up after Brock Lesnar won the WWE title at day one, and now they're hoping the rating for SmackDown will go up by having Roman Reigns return and having Brock Lesnar be declared the new Universal Champion. So, unfortunately, Roman Reigns' dominant tenure as champion will come to an end, and Brock Lesnar will be double champion. And the current plan for Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns is after Brock Lesnar becomes double champion, they will take a break with the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar feud, but then in the weeks leading up to WrestleMania 38, they will then begin the Brock and Roman feud once again, and Roman will say that I'll do everything I can to make sure that I'm out of this wheelchair by the time WrestleMania rolls around so I can fight Brock Lesnar and get my Universal title back. What are your thoughts about Roman Reigns making his return to WWE? And what are your thoughts about Brock Lesnar becoming both the WWE Champion and the Universal Champion? Leave a comment below and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you are notified when we upload a new video.